Jesper.
Hi Alice.
Thank you for grabbing a coffee with me.
Always a pleasure.
And welcome to Betsson Group Live, where we interview employees and ask them to share their experiences of working at Betsson Group. What better way is there to start the year than to sit down with our very own CEO for Betsson Operations, Jesper Svensson. And we're currently sitting here in our beautiful penthouse at our headquarters in Malta. So Jesper, 2021 was quite a year. From a business perspective, what were some of the highlights for you?
It was a bumpy year, you can say. We had a lot of ups and it was a bit challenging in the end, I have to say. But the highlights to me was the Euros, the Copa America. That was amazing. The activity was exploding for us. We did really well. So the first 3 quarters of 2021, we were really going up. And then the last quarter, we had regulatory changes happening out of the blue and out of our control, and that had an impact, of course, for the last quarter. But that's more on the external side of things. I think if we look what we were in control of, we did really well, and we were growing fantastically up until that point. Yeah. So, you know, like every year you have your ups and downs, but all in all, we did well. We did well.
And our mission is to outgrow the market, which we certainly did last year. Tell us a little bit more about some of our new markets.
That's a very exciting part, because the last 2 years, I would say, we have really speeded up geographical expansion, and we have entered a range of new markets. Last year, I would say the ones that were standing out to me was Greece. We see really good traction there. We launched just before the Euros, and Croatia, an exciting market for us as well. And looking at here, we had a lot of markets that were delivering really good for us, but those two were the most exciting ones last year. So I hope that will continue really well for many years to come,
yes,
of course.
Yes. And what are some trends that we can expect to see in the iGaming industry this year?
Well, I think the general trend of digitalization will keep driving this industry. You know, the conversion from offline to online, I think that's the #1 driver in many ways. There are more and more local regulations coming up, and that in general is something we really welcome, as long as the conditions are favorable for anyone to participate there. So I can see that this trend continues. It will be a lot of talk, as always, about what is happening in the US, and that is very relevant for us. We're going to launch in the US this year. We will keep focusing on our good momentum in Latin America. So that's a big thing for us. And then, of course, we keep battling hard in all our core markets in Europe. So that's, I believe, the general trends for us, at least.
Yes, okay. And as we know, culture is a very important factor in people's motivation, right?
Yeah.
Here at Betsson, we have 3 company values, which are One Betsson, passion, and fair play, which is the foundation of our culture.
Yeah.
How would you further describe the company culture here?
I think it's really well described in those 3 words, actually. Yeah. But I think in Betsson, we really promote, you know, the ambitiousness that we have, and also to coming together as one team. The One Betsson mantra, I can see it everywhere, and I'm amazed over to seeing it so strongly, even in a time when we have been working remotely. It's a core strength that we have. We are 60 plus nationalities spread out over more than 10 offices globally, and to get all that to work together, that creates an amazing culture and a belongingness that is very strong. You add the ambition and the willingness to win on top of that, and you go a long way. Yeah. So that's what I feel when I think about the Betsson culture, and never give up. We never give up. Yeah. That's important.
And what role did our company culture play in our success last year, despite it being quite a challenging one due to COVID.
Yeah, no, I think we are fast. We are fast to adapt, and that you have to be to survive, regardless of things are going, because there are fast changes happening in the market, like regulatory changes, for example, and so forth, and then it can be big global, like COVID was hitting everyone in a terrible way. But I think we responded really well as a company, and to come together in the way we did is something I'm really proud to see. And we have been doing well. We are a digital company, and we have also shown that we can work really good from home as in the office and so forth. So all in all, I think our culture was carrying us through this difficult time.
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of successful culture, how do we measure a successful culture?
How do you really measure that? I think there are a few things you need to look at. You need to see the basic ones, like churn, how many people are leaving you and when. Also for us, something we measure is, of course, the internal promotions. We really want people to have a career path within the company. We do an employee survey every year, but also more regularly during COVID, for example, to make sure that our staff were feeling well. And the employee survey, I'm amazed by the results by that one, because it shows that 9 out of 10 people, they will recommend us to friends and family as an employer. And generally, 88% are very, very satisfied, not just little satisfied, very satisfied by working here. And this is something we measure year over year, and we take very seriously all those components in the service. So that's our way of measuring it. And then I think you get the feeling, you get the feeling when you meet people and so forth. Is there a special culture in the company? What type of culture? How is it in the ways of working and so forth? And that's one additional way, at least for me, to get the feeling for the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have implemented a hybrid working model that gives our Betsonites the best of both worlds. So you can work from home 3 days a week and from the office 2 days a week. Yeah. Why do you believe this is the best setup?
For the time being, I believe it's the best setup, because today there's more flexibility required, and we have also shown that we can work from home and deliver really good results. Then I also believe it's important for people to come together in real life as well. Yeah. And that's why we want to keep the office space as we have it, to ensure that at least twice per week people meet each other. Ideas are happening in a different way when you sit like this and speak to someone, then over Zoom or whatever it may be. So we are trying to do a good mix here, where hopefully that will be the working way going forward. Yeah.
We use the word Betsonite to describe employees working with us. Yeah. What does it mean to be a successful Betsonite?
A successful Betsonite, I think, when Betsonite for us, it's part of the belonging. We work here, we work together. And when you feel that you're a Betsonite, that's when the success is there. You feel proud over the company that you're working for, and to be a Betsonite, I would say it is to live the values that we have, and of course take ownership and accountability for what you are here to do, deliver on those skills, and do a good job.
Yeah. And as one of the most experienced leaders in the industry, Jesper, what is the most valuable skill or knowledge that one should have when working in this industry, in your opinion?
I think in this industry, like in most industries, ambition is important. If for anyone who wants to move forward, ambition is really important. And also, you need to understand what the customer experience when they interact with your products and so forth. So I spend a lot of time on the product side. I try all our competitors. I feel on the ball of this, right? Because our customers, if we don't understand them, we will not be able to win with the competition today, though. So I think it's key to understand that. You can have a passion for whatever it is you're working with. It doesn't have to be gaming, but if you're passionate about, let's say, technology, or it can be customer service and so forth, and you really go for that, you will do well. But I also think, understand the customer regardless of what you do. Take the time to do that, and you will be able to succeed more in this industry.
Good one. And out of all the companies operating in the iGaming industry, what makes Betsson Group stand out?
Good question. I think the longevity of the company, the roots goes back to the 60s, and it has been enormous value creation throughout those years. There's a lot of companies that has been coming out from the same group, and I also think a company that has been around for such a long period of time has also shown, resilience. You can manage when it goes well, you can manage when it's tough, That not everyone can say in our industry though. So that is, of course, the DNA of what we're doing. But I think, to me, what stands out the most is the talented people we have. We have fantastic people working in the company. And another good thing, speaking about the product side, is that we have a lot within our own control. We do in-house development, like our own sportsbook, our own payment platform, horse racing and so forth. So we are in strong control over the customer experience. And that is also what ultimately will make us successful. So there are a few things where we stand out in the industry.
Great. I have one final question for you, Jesper. How would you describe Betsson in one sentence?
Beautiful.
Perfect. I like that. Thank you so much, Jesper, for grabbing a coffee with me. Thank you for tuning in to Betsson Group Live. If you want to know more about our open vacancies, you can go onto our careers page, betssongroup.com. So see you next time. Bye.